on, guys? So I wanted to make a video on reading. For those that like to read or those that might want to start reading, I wanted to make a video on reading, how to start reading, some of the things I learned about reading, some of the things I want to share with you about reading. So first, reading. Reading changes your linguistics. It helps with your language. Reading, and to me, holding physical books, I love Audible, but holding physical books, I feel, does something to the brain. It helps you to concentrate. It helps you to build this focus muscle when you actually focus on reading, setting a timer for reading, and staying committed to reading. So, find the book that you want to read, and it doesn't have to be a long book, but just something that interests you. So they have this thing called introspection, introspect reading, where you find a book that you want to read. You look over the title, you look over the chapters, you go through the table of contents, maybe read the summary, but you have to think to yourself, what in this book do I want to understand? What is the author saying? And what am I trying to take from this book? You have to excite yourself on the book. You have to go through the pages, maybe look over some of the chapters. You want to skim through the book so that way you are building the anticipation of reading this book. So through introspection reading, you just go through, it's kind of like skimming. You still want to read the book, but you're exciting yourself about the book. So after you excite yourself about the book, I learned this tool. So I want to give you this tool that I feel helps you to stay committed and help you to stay kind of focused to reading. So I do reading one book in 2 weeks. So I take the pages, and you see how many pages from where the numbers start to the end of the book. You divide that by 14. And I mark the book with little sticky notes that allows me to know I have to read till the next sticky note that day. You don't have to try to get in that 2 weeks, but the more that you try to get down into that week number or 2 weeks, the better reader you become, because you set a goal of reading this book in 2 weeks, depending on the size of the book. Some books will take you longer, but you can divide it into how many days that you're trying to finish the book. So there's a difference between fiction and nonfiction, because I truly believe books that are nonfiction are a little bit more for learning, depending on the subject of why you're reading the book. I feel that is very important as well. You have to pick a book that is going to help you in the field of what it is that you're trying to achieve, trying to learn. And that, as you do that and you have multiple different fields in what you're trying to learn, you can read multiple books. And that's called synoptical reading, where you're reading multiple books that tie into the things that you do in your life. So as you structure your life behind getting better with reading and understanding the businesses or some of the things that you're in, the more you read, the more you understand, the more you can become successful. And it changes your outlook on life. I feel that people that might be suffering and going through things, the best thing to do is read about this thing that you claim you have or they diagnosed you with. Understand what it is. The more you understand it, it gives you a better approach to how to approach whatever it is that you're dealing in life. Like, I feel it's a choice to choose to suffer when there's information out there that you can get that can help you be better and help you understand whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or whatever it is that you're going through. There's another technique, especially if you're reading Audible books or watching podcasts. That same muscle, as you're watching with intention and the reason that you're watching it, I have this thing where I speed it up. So it makes me focus on what the people are saying. It causes me to focus more, that I know I can't take my attention off because I have to pay so much attention to what they're saying at the speed that they're saying. It helps me to form a better concentration. So now when I read an Audible book or go over a natural book, I read it at that speed. And I have timed myself with my reading speed and my comprehension. And it improves, just like riding a bike. It's like working out in the gym. Anything that you do continually, you get stronger, you get better. It's exciting to see that the brain becomes dense. It gets heavy. The more that you expand and you work on a thing, and reading will become fun. It will become addicting, like a workout, because you will see all the information that you absorb, and then it helps change who you are, and it changes your outlook on life. So you won't see things like the common man, because now you understand how Maya or the all, how God or nature has just been intended to be, and it helps you to become a little bit more accepting of how the brain works, how your body works, how we function, how we can get better. There's no information that you could want to know that's really hidden from you. And even in synoptical reading, you can compare the books and they will tie into all your fields and make you bionic. Like if I had a choice of a superpower, I think I would want super comprehension and super reading. Like reading changes your life. If you can sit and concentrate to the point where I can read in public and concentrate, and my brain is like, we're learning this. We need this. They need this. It breaks down. I'm talking about, as you read all things, you'll understand the Bible better. You'll understand, if you understand where religion came from, the religion that you claim, it will help you understand so much more where you're at. And if it does fit your people, it's some research out there to understand for the things you believe in. See where it started from. See where it originated from. Learn about the authors of those books, and then make your mind up after you took in the information, and stay neutral to the things that you read, because some things will go against everything that you learned growing up. So many lies will be exposed just from reading. And once you get from, elementary reading, then you have your introspect reading as you look over the book. Then you have your analytical reading. That's when you're taking your time and you're digesting and you're putting it all in, and it's becoming part of your biology. And then you have synoptical reading, which is the last one, where you can take multiple books and different programs and tie them in together to form what it is and who it is that you're going to be. So that's my not so short video, but long video on reading and where to start with reading. To start in small chunks, find it enjoyable, but go through the book so that you can understand what it is and why it is that you're reading it.